Hello. Today I'm going to be going over surgical EQ. If you work within a home studio environment, this video might be useful for you. So basically, I'm going to show the full product first.
It's a vibe when we in that Benz. Might have to pull up sipping sake like I'm from Japan.
So with my entire mixing chain on, this is how that came out. And to go into the surgical EQ, I'm going to turn off everything and solo this first track. And I'm going to re-engage our vocal writer, which is just a plugin that is going to automate gain for us without us having to do a bunch of hard work. So secondly, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we are going to launch up our EQ. I'm just going to re-engage this one and open it up. And basically what we're going to be looking for is resonant frequencies. And what those resonant frequencies are going to be is just any tones that resonate within your room. If you are in a room that is not properly acoustically treated, you're going to get a lot of bouncing frequencies, which is basically where the sound bounces off the wall and returns to the microphone. And often if you are in a smaller space or for lower frequencies in a larger space, you are going to receive bounce back frequencies that are going to fight each other, and they're going to create a bit of a annoying ringing sound. I'm going to show you what one of those sounds like right now.
It's a vibe when we in that Benz. Might have to pull up sipping sake like I'm from Japan. Can't top this good luck to your tribe, girlfriend and your mans. Off the wall like hoodlums drip down in some Versace Vans. Hope y'all can understand.
So there's another way to do this, but a cool little trick in FabFilter if you're using it is this little snowflake down here. It will basically pause all of the frequencies and it will capture the highest and it just kind of collects them over time. So as we can see around 700 we have a frequency here that might be something that stands out. So we're going to solo that one and kind of hone in on it. And as you can hear, it's not as bad as it typically is in my vocals, but it kind of just hits that, like, it just kind of hits your ear, like just a little harsh, just a little painful. So the best way to fix this is, I'm just going to bring this up a little bit more. We are going to take this down. I typically don't like to do too much reduction here. One of the best tips that I have here is basically just take this frequency down until it starts to remove some dynamics in the song. So if we play it right here.
It's a vibe when we in that Benz. Might have to pull up sipping sake like I'm from Japan. Can't top this good luck to your...
As you can see at the current subtraction that it's at, it kind of removes some frequencies here. So we're going to bring it back up. And I'm probably going to put it around -2 decibels. Typically you don't want to completely take out the frequency, you just want to lower the frequency. And another tip, if you are using something such as FabFilter or any plugin out there that allows you to do automated gain reduction, typically what I'll do is I'll bring it down to around like -1.5, -2, depending on how harsh it is. This one's not too harsh, so we might bring it up just a little bit more. And we are just going to do a bit of an automated gain. So basically what this is going to do is you can scroll at this little bar up here if you're using FabFilter, and it is just going to automatically reduce this frequency when it's peaking. So you can think of it as like a limiter that once it hits a certain threshold, it begins to reduce this band frequency here. So we can see that in action.
It's a vibe when we in that Benz. Might have to pull up sipping sake like I'm from Japan. Can't top this good luck to your tribe, girlfriend and your...
And if we were to solo this again. So this retains dynamics, but it takes away a little bit of that bite on the frequency. And we can do this with other ones. So typically when it comes to bass, considering that I work primarily within R&B, hip-hop, and trap, there tends to be a lot of bass within instrumentals, and I typically am one to take bass out of a vocal to increase presence rather than try and EQ bass out of a instrumental. So typically what I'll do is, you can see here that around like 300 to 179 and past there, there is a lot of bass that is kind of muddying up the mix. And if we actually go here and we were to sidechain this to beat, we can see
it's a vibe when we in that Benz. Might have to pull up sipping sake like I'm from Japan. Can't top this good luck to your tribe, girlfriend and your mans. Off the wall like hoodlums drip down in some Versace Vans. Hope y'all can know.
So you can see these little red lines right here that are kind of impacting frequencies. This is something personally that I'd take out within my second equalizer that I would add on my chain. But just within surgical EQ, typically what I like to do is I will add a drop shelf here. And you can find that just by going here and looking under these, and it's this little weird looking wishbone. And typically I like to set this just where this barely hits that one line, and I will just kind of maybe do about like 4 or 5 decibels, and then I'll solo that just to make sure that I'm not taking out too much of the dynamics. And let's see how that sounds now.
It's a vibe when we in that Benz. Might have to pull up.
And I can see that that might be a little too drastic. It's taking out a lot of the bass within the vocals. So we're just going to bring that up just a little bit more.
It's a vibe when we in that Benz. Might have to pull up sipping sake like I'm from Japan. Can't top this good luck to your tribe, girlfriend and your mans. Off the wall like hoodlums drip down in some Versace Vans. Hope y'all can understand.
And that should bring out and remove a lot of the resonance that is going to hit towards the bass, the kick drum, the 808. Typically what I will do is I do a lot of surgical EQ to take out some frequencies, and then later on I will use a saturator or a different type of EQ to kind of just boost them just slightly. And yeah, alright, so let's hear that with the mix. I'm going to take off the layers and I'm just going to play this just so we can kind of hear.
It's a vibe when we in that Benz. Might have to pull up sipping sake like I'm from Japan. Can't top this good luck to your tribe, girlfriend and your mans. Off the wall like hoodlums drip down in some Versace Vans. Hope y'all can understand.
And with that off,
it's a vibe when we in that Benz. Might have to pull up sipping sake like I'm from Japan. Can't top this good luck to your tribe, girlfriend and your mans. Off the wall like.
now it's a very minor difference, but when it comes to mixing, a lot of things tend to be very minor differences, and eventually they all add up. So through looking with this, you can tell that I have not taken out too many frequencies. Within this vocal specifically, there aren't too many. I could probably go and take out some around 2.5K to remove harshness, but overall, as a rule of thumb for surgical EQ, you don't want to do too much serious shaping. You are just taking out resonances and echoes, basically. Anything that your room would cause an interference with. But yeah, that should wrap it up. If you guys are interested in more mastering, mixing tips, hit the follow button, hit the like button, subscribe, etc., whatever platform you are on, and I will be posting more frequently. If you guys have anything that you are confused about, if you need questions answered on compression, if you need questions answered on de-essers, any type of plugin support or mixing support, let me know. I've been doing this for 3 years. I have a good bit of knowledge, not to say that I'm the best in any manner, but I might be able to help you out and just put things in a little bit more simpler terms than a lot of people on YouTube. But other than that, you guys have a good day, and I will catch you later.